Hello, welcome to Cooking Lessons for Dad. In this lesson today we are going to make spaghetti. So my name is Karen Brayer and this is my dad Don, and he loves spaghetti and he's never made it before. Is that right?
That's right, yep.
So that's why we're making it today. So the ingredients are like super simple. We're going to use a half a pound of spaghetti. We need some salt for the water, and then we need 4 quarts of water. And I was just going to show, this is 4 quarts, so that's quite a bit of water. I already put it in there and started heating it up because the hardest thing about this recipe is heating the water. It takes a long time to heat that much water. So we want to bring the water and the salt to a rolling boil. So we're going to add a teaspoon of salt, but it's just going to be in the water. So when we drain the water out later, most of the salt will be gone. So I'm just going to add a teaspoon. Okay, and then I'm going to turn the heat up to high. And we do need to wait until it boils. When it boils, we are going to put the spaghetti in. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so the water is coming to a rolling boil. It could boil more, but I think it's boiling enough to put the pasta in. So we have 1 pound of pasta and we just need a half a pound. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and take half of it. And we're going to put it in the water. We're going to stir it around. It's not as easy to get out as you think. I guess I'll put it in bunches. A little bit more. Doesn't have to be exact. They have little measurement things where you can measure 1 pound of spaghetti. That looks like half. Okay. So we're going to just stir it around. You want to stir it right away so it doesn't stick. If you just dump it all in there like that, it'll stick together. So you just stir it a little. And then we're going to wait till it comes to a boil again. It's actually already boiling. So we're going to boil it. You should look at the directions on the package because all the pastas will cook at a different time depending on how thick they are and what they're made of. This is just regular pasta. It says to boil it for 9 minutes, but you need to look at your package because it might be different. But we're going to start checking it at 6 minutes. You want to check it early, and what you're doing is you're checking to see if it's al dente. You'll pull one out when you think it's done. You're going to take a bite of it. So pasta is al dente when it's firm to the bite and it loses its raw taste. It will have a slight resistance when bitten into. It's not soft or overdone. So that's what we're going to be checking in about 6 minutes. Probably it'll be closer to 9. And so we'll come back in a few minutes and we'll check it. If the pot starts boiling over, then reduce the heat. Otherwise it's okay just like it is. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on it and we'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, so it's been 6 minutes and we're going to check it.
Okay.
What you want to do is just grate a strand. I'll let you have one. Kind of slippery. And you just take a bite and see if it's soft yet. And if it still tastes doughy, it's not quite right. You don't want it hard. But it's still a little doughy, huh?
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
So it probably needs a couple more minutes. Mm-hmm. It's close. But anyways, we'll come back in a couple minutes and we'll check it again. Okay, so it's been about 3 more minutes. I'll let you check one and I'll check one. You want to bite it. And it shouldn't have that doughy taste. It's hot. Shouldn't have the doughy taste. It's still hot. But it shouldn't be soft or overdone either.
Oh, I think it's just right.
I think it's just right too. So what you're going to do, you can eat it if you want. We're going to go ahead, turn the heat off, and we're going to drain it in a colander. Here's a colander, and we're just going to drain it over the sink. Okay, so we'll do that next. Okay, so we're just going to pour the pasta in a colander, you want to use hot pads, or I have a couple washcloths here, because you don't want to burn your hands. So we're gonna, you want to drain out all the water, and then we're going to pour it back in the pan. Okay, and we will go serve it and put some sauce on it. Okay, so our pasta is finished, and the next thing we get to do is try some.
I'm ready.
So, in another lesson, we made some delicious Italian pasta sauce in the crock pot, and it's amazing. And it just happens to be done right now. So, how perfect is that? So, we can put some of this on our spaghetti and a little Parmesan cheese, and we will be ready for dinner.
Okay.
You want to try some?
Yep.
Okay. Spaghetti's kind of messy actually, but here you go. You can put a lot more if you want. It's going to be a little hot, might need to cool.
Okay.
There's for you. Oh. Put some on. Smells
Want
delicious. No, that's perfect.
Okay.
So, do you like Parmesan? I do too. A little Parmesan. You can, this is the dried grated, but you could get fresh grated. And this is looking really good. So, if you never made spaghetti before like my dad, you haven't made any kind of pasta, spaghetti or any other pasta, it's really easy. All you have to do is boil water and salt, add the pasta or spaghetti, boil it for the recommended time, check it a little early to make sure it's al dente, just perfectly done. And then you're gonna drain the water out, put it back in the pan, and you can serve some and put sauce on top, and it's ready to eat. You have a meal. Perfect accompaniment would be a salad, fresh vegetable, bread would be perfect, garlic bread, sourdough bread, French bread. So the best part is trying the pasta. I love it. Let's try it. It's messy. You got to be careful. You don't want to go on a first date eating spaghetti. Well, you could put somebody through a test and see if they pass.
That is good.
It is really good, huh?
Yep.
The pasta is cooked perfectly. So, you could easily try this. All you'd have is pasta with water, a little salt in the water. You're gonna boil it for around 9 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever the package say. You wanna cook it till it's al dente, which means perfectly cooked. Serve your favorite pasta sauce over the top, and you can find a really good pasta sauce in one of my other lessons, a crock-pot Italian pasta sauce, and it's gonna be your favorite ever, and it's super easy. So, let me know how you like it. Let me know how you serve it, if you shared it with anybody, and what sauce you used. Okay, so have a great day. Bye.
Great.
Great
stuff.
Yeah.